That feeling you get when you first crack the throttle, that should be pure, unadulterated joy. Your motorcycle isn't just a machine, it's your own personal experience factory, like a therapy session for your inner child. And sound, the exhaust note, is such a huge part of that experience. If imagining that sound doesn't make you giddy to go ride right now, then you're in the right place. Let's wake up that beast. From the factory, every modern bike is choke down. It's an emissions thing, and it's not something you can get around. If you're one of those fortunate souls who thinks their bike sounds just perfect from the factory, then I'm very envious of you. I have bought bikes in the past based solely on the sound that they made. It sounded so good to me, and I don't really regret it. I mean, there is that one matter of one of them trying to catch fire and leave me for dead in the middle of the desert. And maybe that's why they don't make any Italian space shuttles. Nevertheless, let's forget about horsepower numbers. Today we're talking about pure, unfiltered sound. If your bike sounds more like the Jetsons than you want it to, there's a fix for that. And it doesn't have to be obnoxiously loud to make you grin from ear to ear. Unless, of course, that's what you're looking for. There are a lot of different manufacturers that likely make exhausts for your bike. So type in the year, make, model, and type in exhaust upgrade, hit enter, and you will likely come up with a lot of examples of people who have loaded up sound clips of bikes just like yours with different manufacturers' exhaust on them. You can sift through those, figure out which one you like the best. Sometimes it's kind of tough to choose because there could be a lot of them out there, but have some fun with it. So we already went through that phase. And our choice was based somewhat not only on sound, but how we wanted the bike to look. And so let's catch up with that install video right here. So we got our delivery in from the land of pasta, Italy, via our friends in Las Vegas, BellissiMoto. And I will go grab that box right now and we'll check out what we've got. So we went with the QD X-Box exhaust. It's the classic exhaust for the Paolotex build. It puts the exhaust down though basically where the bladder, stock bladder is, but the stock bladder doesn't sound that great without the resonators. So this thing has everything built in. It should sound a lot better. Knock on wood. I weighed this and it's pushing 11.5 pounds. Is that good, bad? I don't really know. Just out of curiosity, 11.5 pounds. It looks like a fairly straightforward install. Couple of bolts here, a couple of bolts there, a few springs to keep the slip joints tight, and then we'll wipe it all down. I don't think it's going to take us very long, so that translates into a pretty easy job for the casual wrench turner. Okay, so we've got one 8mm bolt on each side, and this thing will be pretty darn close to coming off all by itself. You can see how it just moves all on its own. And I will head over to the other side. So it's just that easy. We removed 2 bolts, one on each side, and then loosened 2 bolts. And this thing just came right out. Now, chances are good yours will be a little more difficult to remove than that because it was missing a gasket. There's the flange for the front cylinder with the exhaust gasket. Don't lose that. We'll probably just reuse it. Nice and clean up there. I'll clean these threads out and I'll put a little bit of anti-seize on there as well. So we see the cylinder up here. This is exposed, but we've got one bolt that's going to be back there. Looks like it might be a pain in the butt for us. There's 1 out of 2. This one looks like it might be tricky. Okay, that nut was challenging, as they can be. You know, there's not a lot of room to work on some of this stuff, but we got it. Patience. It probably took me 15 minutes, but you know, sometimes that's how it goes. So a very interesting method Ducati used to hang these and then hang the original exhaust, there's an insert here. The insert has to come out in order for our big anchor bolts to go in. So that makes it pretty easy. We'll remove those, we'll put the big bolts in, and then fit all the parts back up, and it should be a slam dunk. It's nice when things are fairly simple. Now these exhaust bolts up here, we're going to use just a touch of anti-seize on there. We do not want these guys having a problem in the future. Okay, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to get this temporarily suspended from here so that I can set up these metal pieces and so they're fit and angled right. Nothing gets tightened yet until everything's in place. I might think about doing that top one first, the difficult one that we struggled with. That might be the better way to go. Yep, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that top portion first and we'll get back to this. So I want to make sure I get them in the right position. Or I get to undo it and start over. No thank you. I'm pretty famous for having undo stuff. So that top portion was a lot more like a Chinese puzzle. Is a bit of a pain in the ass. Hard to get to, not a lot of working room. Now you don't want to tighten the flange up against the head super tight because you'll just bend the flange. You want to give it pretty good and tight where you can see it maybe starting to flex, and that's it, no more, because that's the job to seal it, is the job of the exhaust gasket. Okay, we'll set this up there and we'll work on this front section. So not real tight, maybe 10 pounds of torque, maybe. I mean, even that, I don't know, but it's quite stiff and tight. All right, and then I'm gonna hang the box on this one coming down. That went on surprisingly easy, which has me, it's always worried when things go too easy. That sounds like somebody else's world. A bit of an interesting quandary we have. This does not look like it is the right angle. Oh, things are coming around now. We just need it to flex a little bit. It's like an elegant dance, where it's neither elegant nor a dance. Okay, in order to get the second flange on, we had to tweak and twist a little bit, so now we got to try to line it all back up again so that I can get the bolt on the other side. I think it's going to come around though. We'll add our springs to keep everything tight, and then I think we're there. Now, one of the things we want to do before we fire it up and the exhaust gets hot is we got to wipe it down from all the greasy fingerprints that are on it. Otherwise, those will leave a mark that will stick around for a very long time. So if you're finding some value in the Project Bike series, I hope you consider subscribing and clicking the thumbs up. That certainly helps the channel gain some traction. I appreciate you spending some time with me. Thank you. And I'll leave a link to the next episode somewhere up in here.